Hey friends, and welcome back to Cleaning Therapy. My name is Jenny if you're new here, and today we're just going to be working in the main living areas of the house. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of mess here, lots of clutter that needs to be picked up, and we just had a nice long weekend, and we had some company over and made a little bit of a mess, but I love to take Mondays just to kind of reset the house after the weekend. It's just a good time for me while the kids are in school to kind of touch base with everything in the house, get it all back in order for the week, and it's just such a good feeling. So I hope you'll join me. I'll be working here in the kitchen, and then I'll make my way to the dining room, and we'll just get everything put away and good and cleaned. Make sure you leave a comment, introduce yourself if you're new, and let me know what you're up to this week. So if you're new here, my name is Jenny, and I live in Louisiana, and I have 3 kids, Nathan, Noel, and Alex. And here I am in Alex's room, and I picked him up a few fall things just because even though most days it's still in the upper 80s and low 90s, I still feel like we are going to be getting some cooler days soon enough here. It's getting a little bit breezier and it's drying out a little bit, so that is always a good thing. So I did pick him up a few fall clothes and fall socks and even some pajamas, so you'll see me putting those away as well. And here in this buffet, I've just been kind of keeping some servingware and then some of the paper plates and napkins that we use sometimes when company comes over. And we've got some drinks to put away here. We did celebrate Alex's birthday just with my family first. We'll have a party for him and his friends on another weekend, but on the night of his birthday, we had my mom and dad over as well as my brother and sister-in-law, and we just decided to have a little cake for him and give him a couple of presents, and that was really fun. He had a wonderful time. He even got a big boy bike. I am so excited to teach him how to ride it and just get him started on that because he just loves things like that. I have a dirty microwave in here, as you can see. It definitely needs a good clean. Normally, I'll go ahead and just do vinegar or lemon, but I decided to just try to use my Dawn Power Wash just to save a little bit of time, and I think that worked just fine too. I just decided to spray it on the inside and let it sit for a bit. I also sprayed the little turntable and let that sit in the sink. And then after a few minutes, just got out my scrubber and just went to work. And it did work well. I think that the vinegar and lemon, or I should say vinegar or lemon, to break down everything does work a little bit better. If you've been feeling stressed out or overwhelmed lately, I know a lot of you guys express that in the comments to me. You guys are so encouraging in the comments, and you're always trying to, leave comments that make others feel less alone and encourage other people in case they might read them. Sometimes it's directed to me, but sometimes I can tell that you guys are encouraging each other, and I always love that. So I want to let you guys know that I'm reading those comments. I hear you guys. I know that some of you are getting overwhelmed and it's hard to focus on one task, and you're kind of jumping around and losing focus and losing motivation. And I know that that's something that I struggle with too, and I can totally relate to that. So I'm not sure if there's like a magic cure for that or not, but what I tend to do is I will just listen to something really interesting so that my mind is occupied, either some music or a podcast, and I will just really focus in on one room, and I really don't move to the next room until I'm done with this room. And I know that doesn't work for everyone. For some people, it is best to just like clean all the mirrors in the house, all the windows in the house, and then just go through that way, and that works really well. I think you just have to know yourself and know what works for you. If that's going to distract you, then you might need to complete one room before moving to another, just so that you can stay in that room, stay focused, and keep yourself moving toward a goal. Another great way to break it up is just to have different things you clean on different days. So if you do want to break it up by task, you can set one task to be always on Mondays, one task for Tuesdays, another task for Wednesdays. And I really think that that's a great way to be able to do it task by task, and you kind of work your way through doing all the mirrors or all the windows, but you have a day set aside for that so that you don't get too distracted when you go into other rooms. So that might work too, but I really hope that you find a way that works for you. It doesn't matter what it is because we're all different, and I really hope that you hit on something that works for you and keeps you focused, because really having a clean and calm space is just so important for so many different reasons. It's great for our mental health, it's great for our stress levels, it's great for our family just to have that, you know, calming environment that they can do life in and make memories in, that's not like really chaotic or, you know, everything's out of place all the time and no one can find it. So it's just so beneficial in so many ways. So I really encourage you just to keep trying different methods to find the thing that works for you. I'm using the Wyman stainless steel cleaner in the spray form just to clean my stainless right now. And I like to use this microfiber cloth. This one is from Grove, but I'll really use any ones that I find that I like. I really happen to like these ones from Grove. They're just really, really good. And so I've been kind of collecting them. And for my kitchen counters today, I'll use the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose spray in the fall leaf scent. I thought this was such a pretty color on the bottle, and it really does smell like a true fall scent, and I've really been enjoying using this one. So by this point in the day, I had taken a little lunch break and I went to pick Alex up from preschool. So he's taking a peek right here and saying hello. And then he wanted to put some stickers on his sticker chart. He does that when he's good at school, or if he does something really great at home, makes a great choice, or does some helping out with cleaning or some other chores, he gets to put a sticker. So I was helping him with that and then trying to kind of get back to my cleaning so I could finish up and we can move on with the rest of our day. Now that the counters are cleaned off and the stainless is polished, I'll go ahead and move on to unloading this dishwasher. Normally this one is part of my morning routine. I'll go ahead and unload the dishwasher while I'm making my coffee, to be honest. I'll put Alex's waffle in the toaster and I'll make my coffee, and then I'll just kind of unload the dishwasher. We run it each night and it's always ready in the morning, and so I like to get these dishes loaded up in the cabinet so that we can use them throughout the day. But since I knew I was cleaning the kitchen today, I decided to put it off and just go ahead and do it at this time. So I'm gonna get these dishes out of here, put them all away, and then we can load up what needs to be loaded into the dishwasher. If you're anything like me, you have some systems that are working really well in your house and others that aren't so great or need a little bit of tweaking and modifying. I am certainly one of those people. So certain things in my house kind of run like clockwork. You know, we load the dishwasher every night, we unload it in the morning. I do a load of laundry a day. I do a weekly clean, and then I do a daily tidy, make my bed in the morning. I just have certain things that, it doesn't mean I do them perfectly, but I have certain rhythms that I find myself falling into, and they're just kind of habits that I've built that work for me, and so I have no reason to get rid of them. But I have other things in my house that I really haven't quite figured out yet, and one of them is like the back bedrooms. I do feel like Alex's room gets out of hand way too easily, so I do need a better system for that. Obviously my garage, it gets really crazy throughout the year, and then I have to do this big huge transformation of the garage each year, so there's probably a better system for that. Another one was these dishes. I really felt like our system of rinsing them in the right and then putting them in the left to sit and then loading them up at night kind of wasn't as efficient as it could be. I thought we needed to cut out the middleman and just rinse the dishes and put them right into the dishwasher. So that is something we've implemented since this video, and it's been working really well. So now everybody just knows that we rinse our dishes and we just put them right into the dishwasher. And then at the end of the night, I still go ahead and run it, and then I'll empty it in the morning so that we can start loading breakfast dishes back in. And that's really been working well for us. The only thing that would trip it up is if I forget to run it at night or if I forgot to unload it in the morning. So I'm just trying to stay on top of that so that we don't have to use our sink just to collect dishes all day. We can go ahead and get them straight in that dishwasher. Now that I have the floor swept, I'm going to get out my Light and Easy steam mop and the Method Spearmint and Sage floor cleaner. And I always sound like a broken record when I say this because that's really my favorite way to clean the tile in my house. I love the smell of the spearmint sage, and it gets the floor really clean. And I just love the way the Light and Easy Steam Mop is so lightweight and easy to use, but just creates that nice steaming effect that gets my floors really, really clean. It also helps the grout to stay a little bit cleaner. I've just found that it's just a great combo. So I tend to say this every video, but that's just what I like to use. And if you're ever interested in any of the products that I use on a regular basis, you can always check my description box, and I think I have it under my favorite cleaning products, and it's all my tried and true favorites. So things I use over and over and repurchase again and again, and you can find them there. I also have a section at the top of my description box called Quick Links, and that's where you can find things that are specific to each video. But now my kitchen is clean and calm, and that's such a great feeling, so it's time to move into this messy dining room. Here on the left side of the dining room, I'll just go ahead and start clearing off this table. There's some vitamins and the little nail polishes that my daughter and I were doing our nails. And I like to keep all this in the kitchen. I just find it easier along with all of our medicines. And then I have some balloons from Alex, and then I'll just go ahead and get this game put away. And then, like I said, all of his fall clothes. So I just need to take the tags off of all these clothes and get them put away in his room. Let me know what the weather's like where you live. I'd love for you to comment like where you live, and do you have fall weather yet? Is it cooler and a little bit breezier where you live? Are you wearing your fall clothes yet? If you are, we are so jealous of you because we are just anxiously awaiting true fall here in Louisiana where I live. And we're getting there, it's getting close, but we are not there yet. So I still have one side of his closet with all of his shorts and short sleeve shirts, and then I have the other side where I'm gonna put these fall clothes and just get them ready to go. I think we are having a cold front this coming week, so that'll be like tomorrow or Tuesday, but I'm really not sure if it's gonna be real or not. We've had a few false alarms with our fall weather, so I'm just gonna be patient and enjoy it when it comes. But let me know down in the comments if you've had your fall weather come yet. So here, as you can see, this is actually day 2. I'm in a different outfit to do this dining room area. It just ended up being a really busy day yesterday. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought I could get a lot more cleaning done. So I'm very flexible with my cleaning. I usually do most of my cleaning on Mondays and Tuesdays. Monday is the day that I try to get the house reset from the weekend, but then Tuesday is kind of like an extra day just in case I didn't get it all done or in case I got interrupted. I know if you have kids or if you just have a busy life and maybe you work outside of the home, or maybe you have grandkids, or you just find it easy to have interruptions, it's good to be flexible and just give yourself lots of grace, and this is really a team effort. So, the kids are responsible for all of their chores, and then I come and do my thing, and we do it as a team. And sometimes it takes a couple days to get it all done, especially after a busy weekend. But I just think it's done when it's done. So if I have to get up the next day and do a little bit more, I'd rather do that than stress myself out by trying to do it all in one day or staying up really late to finish. But I did see that this little server was getting really dusty inside, so I wanted to give it a little bit of a wipe down. And of course I have my little helper with me again. He loves to kind of hang out with me when I clean, and I like to have him help out with certain cleaning tasks, but when it involves things like this with glass and bottles and things like that, I don't really think that, I want him to help. I just kind of let him keep me company while I'm doing it. But I did get a new little wine rack from Amazon that I wanted to get in there, and it works really nicely. It's kind of a space-saving one, and it just keeps everything organized down there for whenever we have company or we want to celebrate. I like to keep a little bit of wine on hand. And I just wanted to get this cabinet cleaned out and get it all organized the way that I wanted it. Here for the mirror, I'm just using the Method glass cleaner and just a little paper towel. And I noticed something on the mirror. I can see it when I'm editing. I was trying to kind of get it off. I think it's from the label that was on the mirror when I bought it. And I probably need to get out the Goo Gone. I couldn't really see it that well at the time, so I just kind of did the best I could with the glass cleaner. Now that the dining room is dusted off and everything's kind of put back in order, I'm just doing this last little section where there's the two little chairs by the fireplace. Our dining room has the dining room table on the left and this little fireplace seating area on the right. So I'll go ahead and finish up here and then get the floors done. I just decided to sweep and vacuum today. I didn't get out the mop. And I think I actually did it the next day, but I didn't film it. So again, sometimes my cleaning is really spread out kind of throughout the week. Not really intentionally, but just because life happens and there's so much going on. And I'll just have to kind of piece it all together throughout the week and make sure everything gets done. That's another reason why I am a huge fan of checklists, because I can't always do it all in one day or even in just a couple of hours. I can't always stay on task with something. Sometimes I do get pulled away, and having that checklist there to just kind of see where I'm at and where I left off and make sure that as long as all of these get done within the week, then my house is going to be really clean. That really helps me. So again, I always have my free checklists on my website, which is cleanyourwaytocalm.com. So if you would like to try using a checklist to kind of help you keep track on days where you get pulled away or distracted, or it's just a really busy week, go ahead and check that out. You can print them out, and sometimes they can be really helpful. Friends, thank you so much for joining me again for today's video. I appreciate you guys so much, and I really hope that this video helped you to clean along with a friend or to gather some inspiration for your next cleaning session. And remember, no matter what struggles you're going through or what you're facing in life right now, you can always come over and hang out with me and we can clean our way to calm together. I love you so much, friends, and I can't wait to see you again next week.